What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tears for Fears. And we're back for the final album track from Tears for Fears. I will have now done all of the albums, as well as some non-album material, including Roland's solo album Tomcat Screaming Outside, which I know is not technically Tears for Fears, but near enough. And in fact, someone recently found my Tears for Fears reaction, and I don't know what I would have said. I think it was on the reaction to The Tipping Point, but they suggested that I talked about them being around for more than 10 years. I knew since they were a kid that some of their biggest hits came from the 80s, and as I've gone through their catalog in the last couple years, I've gone the entire span. So if anyone doesn't know, all of the Tears for Fears albums will now be in my Tears for Fears playlist. In any case, the last track on Everybody Loves a Happy Ending 2004 is Last Days on Earth, which sounds very dire and intense, maybe cataclysmic. I will say it seems like there might be some wordplay afoot in the sense that Everybody Loves a Happy Ending is ending with Last Days on Earth, so yeah, it might relate to a more narrow ending of a journey or a return, if you will, but again, it sounds destructive or catastrophic, so I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. Let's hear it. This is Tears for Fears, Last Days on Earth, the final track on their 2004 album, Everybody Loves a Happy Ending. It's very... I've got strings. A little acidy.
Tired of this elegant life, with the best will in the world, it's a thorn in your side. Dazed, not a little confused, the patient in the world, they got nothing to lose. I told you I'd hold you till the last days on earth.
I'll hold you for the last days on Earth.
Times that I tested and tried, like the crashing of the waves, we'll be lost in the tide. Talk away the pain for the very last time. Like an echo in the cave, let it die in your mind. I told you I'd hold you till the last days on earth. If you should fall into these open arms, you will be blessed, not just blue. Wake up, come on, nothing's we're loving on the rise like a Times that I tested and tried, like the crashing of the waves, we'll be lost in the tide. like an echo in a cage. Let it die in your mind. I told you I'd hold you till the last days on earth. I told you I'd hold you.
A pleasant sonic buffet to end the album with. Long fade, which people who've been around a while will know. I have a weird relationship with fade out endings, but gradual ones are far more appreciated than sudden cliff drop ones. But yeah, honestly, I mean, we had that tension string which ran through a lot of the track, those little acid type gurgles. They were some sort of synth bass, and they really did sound like they might have been a 303 or an analogous clone hardware or software. There was also that deep natural bass grooving away. There was that acoustic guitar in sections, or at least strum type of guitar. There was also the kind of synth flute type of sound that would float into the sky on occasions. Voices sounding very nice, and yeah, I'm not so sure about the lyrics, but it felt like a lot of the phrases were about endings, but those that were known or accepted. The idea of something dying in your mind, where you have an idea and then it sort of peters out naturally, talking through the pain but for a final time. So you're getting through something knowing that you won't have to do this again. So it's coming to an end. Maybe there's some difficulty, but there's also a comfort or a knowledge that this is not something that you're going to end up back in again. So yeah, I don't know. It feels like there was a running theme of endings or things coming to a close, but in a natural, understood way. So yeah, I'll look forward to hearing what people have to say about the lyrics, but a very pleasant tune with a lot going on sonically. Another one that had just a bit of a Beatles feel, maybe not as strong as some of the others. And again, I remember from the very first song of this album, people were talking about that, if Seeds of Love was sort of their Lennon album, this is kind of their McCartney album. Definitely felt that throughout, and right up until the end, even if this one, it wasn't an overwhelming similarity to some of the Beatles material that I've heard, which admittedly I'm not an expert on the Beatles catalog. I know some of their tunes. I used to have Rubber Soul. I used to have Rubber Soul on vinyl, so I'm not the best for comparing to that sonic world in the first place, but either way, I definitely picked up on a bit of that in this one. So again, very cool to go through the full TFF catalog, starting with some of the early stuff, like just some singles, then jumping way ahead to the tipping point, then going back in time to the earliest proper albums. If people don't know, I recently did a couple reactions to early Tears for Fears music videos. I've done reactions to Mad World and Pale Shelter, which I gotta say, I enjoyed that when I went through the Hurting in audio form, but I don't know, it's really grown on me. It's one of my favorites from them now, and watching that music video is really cool. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. There will be more music videos coming. I'm sure there's some odds and ends, and Kim, shout out to you. You've often helped with different artists and 12-inch mixes and so on. So if there's any notable non-album tracks that somehow I haven't gone through, please do let me know. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.